Over his 42 years living high in the rugged Northern Rockies, Tom Orr's endured nearly every hardship Mother Nature can dole out.
Nancy and I don't take living here for granted at all. I mean, there isn't a day that I don't look at what we've got and say, wow, are you lucky?
But he's never faced a once-in-a-century pandemic before, one that spread across Montana, even reaching its remotest corners.
With this new COVID thing, it's just a strange deal, and we're just hoping we can pull through it, you know? Just trying to keep a little distance from everybody. All right, cat box. We're gonna build a cat box here.
With the winter shaping up to be as unpredictable as ever, Tom's starting his season with a plan to get the most bang for his buck.
Bobcats are bringing a lot of money. They're about the only thing that's bringing lots of money on the fur trade.
For the last 4 years, Tom's been trapping with the help of his apprentice, Sean McAfee.
Look, that's a beaver under the ice.
Nice one.
The pandemic has put this partnership on hold, leaving Tom to run his trap line alone.
Well, it's a real bummer not to be able to have Sean working with me. I'll have to pick up the slack, but I can do that. All right. This is just some old scrap cedar.
Now 77 years old, Tom's not as mobile as he used to be, so he's aiming to trap smarter, not harder. A single bobcat pelt can bring in as much as $300 once Tom's worked it into crafts.
This wire here is where the bait will hang, so it'll be right in the middle of the box. And now there'll be a foot trap set at either end of it. So in order for the bobcat to get to the bait, he'll either have to step on the trap or over the trap. There's a good chance that he won't step over it. We're gonna use beaver meat for bait. All right. We've got it baited.
The hard part is the trek to reopen the 5-mile-long trap line around his home. A job that Tom's lately left to his much younger apprentice. The first run will tell if he still has what it takes to stand his ground in the mountains.
Here we go. It's been a long time since I've run this line. And it's really hard on me because I'm so damn old, you know. But I've got the desire to still do it, you know. So as long as I get my traps put out, you gotta have traps put out or you don't catch nothing. A good place close to a trail that the bobcats would travel on, a good dry spot like this to put the traps in. I'm gonna take this box right here. It's got bait in it. I'm gonna put a trap at each end and put bobcat lure in it so they'll smell it when they walk by on the trail. Well, I just chopped out a hole in all these pine needles. And then I'm gonna set the trap down into that hole, bury the trap in it. We're gonna put a stepping stick, they call this, right in front of the box. That'll make the cat step over it and right into the trap. This is what they call a cat attractant. Bobcats have very poor noses, so you try to attract them with eye medicine, which is something shiny. A cat walking off the trail would maybe see that glittering in the light, and they're so curious they come to stuff like that. Well, it is a Christmas ornament. And once they peek in there and see that meat hanging there, you got a good chance of catching one. There's all kinds of little tricks to the trapping trade that I've learned through all the years. This is actually a weasel trap. All the weasel box is just a little square box. And it's got a nail that sticks out the back of it inside. Need some bait here. You hang a piece of meat on that nail and you set a trap right in the entrance to the box. My weasels, when I'm done doing what I do to them, I can sell them for $100 a piece. We're gonna put this trap up on a tree for a pine marten. This is a killer trap. They'll go through it and hit that pin right there, and they'll clamp on them and it'll kill them. And they'll fall out of the tree, and they'll be hanging here up off the ground. All right, better keep going here. Wow, there's some wolf tracks. I didn't expect wolf tracks. They went across here and jumped across. That's close to the house, too. Wow. And I'm gonna put a trap in here, guys. This was just made last night. First thing we're gonna do is a little foam pad that sits underneath the jaw. I'm gonna put this in a plastic bag. Wolves are certainly the toughest thing in North America to catch. And you walk up to your trap with a wolf in it. Yeah, make your eyes sparkle. We're gonna bury the trap right in the top of the snow here.
Highly intelligent, wolves are wary of anything that looks suspicious. So traps need to be concealed and carefully placed.
Quite often, the wolves, if they're hanging in the same area, they'll be back on that same trail and they'll step in the same tracks as they travel back and forth. Some people are catching wolves with ashes. We're gonna give it a try. The loggers up here, lots of times at the site where they're stacking the logs and stuff, they'll start a big fire. I've had these guys tell me, you come back to that fire 2 days later and it's full of wolf tracks. Something about the ash. Who knows why, but it'd be exciting to see wolf tracks headed toward it tomorrow when I go to check it.
Tom's got bobcat, weasel, marten, and now a wolf trap set and soaking until he makes the rounds again tomorrow. But for now, he has to get back to the homestead before dark.
Ooh. Ooh. I just blew my snowshoe out. I got a hole in my snowshoe.
The rawhide netting distributes the weight and prevents Tom from sinking into the snow with every step.
I still got a ways to go.
There's no quick fix, and with more than a mile to go, Tom's looking at a long walk back in wolf country.
I probably won't make it home before dark now. Homeward bound.
In Montana's thick darkness, Tom's limped his way to safety after a grueling opening day on the trap line.
Wow, that was a long one.
Wow, what happened with you? It's dark. Oh, no.
My heel, every time I'd step, my heel would go through it.
Now you gotta fix that.
That's a big project.
Want some coffee?
Tom needs to be out on the line at first light tomorrow to check his traps, so the snowshoe repair can't wait.
Yeah, those all have to come off.
And fortunately, Tom's brother Jack moved to the Yak Valley 2 years ago, which comes in handy when Tom needs an extra pair of hands. A new piece of rawhide woven tightly in the original diamond pattern restores both strength and flexibility.
There you go, Thomas. That'll keep you out of the snow.
It's a lot of hard work doing what I do, but it's what I am, you know. I've been doing this trapping for 50 years, you know, and I'm not done yet. Good deal, buddy. I've still got a long trapping season ahead of me.
Go ahead and get some sleep. You got some snowshoeing to do tomorrow.
Looks like it. I love you, brother.